rappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield now, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And out now come the Seahawks. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 carries, 58 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shepard. Eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And Detroit getting set to go now. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check. Gun.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action. Shepard under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
Throwing on third and long. Shepard. And Robinson with a big catch. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On the defensive side of the ball, here are the starters for Detroit. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run, but how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
To throw on third down. Shepard. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Look at the spin. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
right, here we go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And
a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 3rd and 2, Shepard, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Double tight! 4 down! Set! 3-19!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 39.
Off the play fake. Shepard. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. Green
To throw
39.
on 2nd down.
Green 39.
Shepard, he's going to take a shot for the end, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Touchdown.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Charles, it's the 2nd quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the 2nd quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool. But he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Gun!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Single. Hey, alert 3. Leopard! Check, crunch. Leopard! Mike 57. Detroit! Go!
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch him now, Barney! Over!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Yeah.
Mayfield with it once more and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, now, Lucky 56. All right, now, Lucky 56. Over!
4th down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a 1st down.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Watch him now, Barney! 4 down. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on first down. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Rosas now to add the PAT. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
The Lions will be kicking off. Number 37, asking to return.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. Here comes Johnson on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A final shot before break. Shepard, he's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Right back to him on first down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench, and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. 57. Mike. 50. Gun.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now here's Johnson. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shepard over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Off play action. Shepard. Wide open receiver complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Shepard. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here now, Johnny Townsend standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. As it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
And no running here. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Set! 319! 319!
Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Stand up in. Check number 6. Check number 6. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Switch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down, Shepard. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Detroit, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD.